As you can imagine, the staff of the American Embassy frequently receives questions regarding the presidential election. We've created this video to help explain this sometimes complicated process. To begin, the United States Constitution outlines the following requirements for a presidential candidate. First of all, the candidate must be a natural-born citizen, meaning that he or she was born on U.S. soil or received citizenship at birth from one or both parents. Secondly, the candidate must be at least 35 years of age. Lastly, the candidate must have lived within the United States for at least 14 years. Presidential candidates have their own ideas about how the government should work. People with similar ideas belong to the same political party. The two most prominent political parties in the United States are the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Candidates from each political party campaign throughout the country to win the favor of their party members. Some states have primaries and some states have caucuses. In a primary, party members vote for the best candidate that will represent them in the general election. In a caucus, party members select the best candidate through a series of discussions and votes. Each party holds a national convention to select a final presidential nominee. The selection is based in part on how the candidates did in the state primaries and caucuses. After being nominated, each party's candidate selects a running mate who will become the vice presidential candidate. The presidential candidates then campaign throughout the country to win the support of the general population. This campaigning includes giving speeches, meeting with people, paying for advertisements, and participating in debates against other candidates. On the first Tuesday in November, the general election takes place. When people in each state vote, they are actually voting for a group of people known as electors. Each state has a certain number of electors based on its representation in Congress. Each elector casts one vote towards the general election, and the candidate who receives at least 270 electoral votes wins. Except for the electors in Maine and Nebraska, electors are chosen on a winner-take-all basis. That is, the candidate who receives the most votes in a state receives all of that state's electors. Due to this electoral college, as it is called, it is possible for a presidential candidate to lose the popular vote and still win the general election. This happened in the 2000 election of George W. Bush over Al Gore. A few months after the president is elected comes Inauguration Day. The newly elected president and vice president are sworn into office on this day. Thanks for watching our video. We hope that we've helped you better understand presidential elections in America.